Lipper was fairly new, I suppose, looking back. And so there were only 30 students per class. There were only, I think, 3 or 4 courses. So it felt, it was a real family. I nearly got kicked out because I got, my first job was Eurovision. They wouldn't let me go. And I remember thinking, but this is what I'm training for. Surely this is what I'm training for. So I feel like that's one part of it. I just didn't quite understand. Like we were training, and then I got an opportunity, and I literally nearly got kicked out for taking it. Doing Top of the Pops, flying to Latvia, working with the BBC on the most gigantic stage. Still to this day, I have never been on a stage that big in my life. It was huge. And obviously in 2003, it was all little lights, where you should stand. It was mind-blowing, honestly. I've learned for the 14 years that I've run PopVox, but I have noticed a change with this, that now all of a sudden it's like, hang on a minute. Yes, we're a choir, but we are a community choir first and foremost. I'll rephrase that. People try to take advantage. It doesn't happen. So it was my first week in Blood Brothers, and I was the understudy, but I was also swing. So one of the other actors was off. So I had a really busy track, and I think it was like my first or second week in the show. And I never forget, I was in the dressing room and I heard my line on stage, and I missed it. I just missed the scene. I mean, how many years ago is that? Over 20 years? 20 years? No, less. But nevertheless, I am still haunted by that moment. Everyone comes to choir for a reason. Everyone's got something going on. Life is up and down, my life included. I get exactly what the members get, and that is that we go into a rehearsal room, we close the door, we put the music on, we start singing. The benefits of singing are insane. It's absolutely incredible, for the body, for the brain. One of my members said for the soul, and I love that, and so that's what I get as the human and as the leader, and the one that's, that's central, I suppose, to the business, that I get what everybody else gets. I get those endorphins, I get that joy, I get those health benefits, and I get that escapism.